Need like a spatula to get some.
How am I the assistant?
Where am I looking? At that one or at that one?
Wherever you want. Hi, welcome to Bridie May Bakes, and today I've got the lovely Martha from Stable Cottage Bakery coming to teach me how to do drip cakes properly. So, blah, 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 blah. Sorry.
We're going to...
What are we going to do, Martha? Yes, we're going to do. So, what we're going to do. So, we've got some
room.
pre-made sponges ready to go. We are going to ice those with some buttercream.
Yeah.
And some jam.
Victoria sponge.
Victoria sponge, thank you. And then we are going to chill it off, and then we're going to make a drip and show you how to do a drip, and we're going to top it with some fresh fruit.
We're using Trex as well, so it's vegan drip.
Vegan drip, nice. Nothing else about the cake is vegan, but should you want to do a drip, it is vegan.
I always pipe a little bit on the board, just so the cake can...
You're so precise. I'm so much more sloppy than you. I'm like, put it on the board.
Shove it down.
Shove it down. Right, so...
First cake
Sponge one. Then show me what you would do, Martha.
I would pipe around the edge before I put the jam on, and it just keeps the jam enclosed in the cake. If you don't do it, the jam can sort of seep out and then join the crumb coat, which isn't that nice. And you've got loads of jam going everywhere.
Right, we've got some homemade raspberry jam.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Watch out for future YouTube tutorials on how to make raspberry jam.
Watch the space.
Watch the space.
Link below.
Link below, yeah. Not yet, because I haven't made it. I always put the bottom of the cake on the top, because it's so much flatter, because I'm not very good at getting a flat edge. I'll just show you my slightly slapdash method of icing a cake. So I would always do a crumb coat, which the best way to do it is add on add on plenty of icing, but then you're going to thin it right down and then chill it before you add the next layer of icing. The good thing about the crumb coat is you don't have to be very neat. Shall I just say something about it? So there's a turntable now and there wasn't one before. I know what you're thinking, continuity, but we needed a turntable, so we put one on. Get it all on relatively smooth, and then I've started using one of these. Now this is like for fancy edging, but I just used the straight side because it's really tall and nice and straight. Then you just smooth it around the edges. Make sure you always scrape off the icing. So it's fine that the cake is showing underneath because this is just the crumb coat. So you're basically just getting a nice smooth edge ready for the main event of the icing on the top. Then you would chill that down for about, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour in the fridge.
An hour, yeah.
Just make sure it's nice and smooth before you put the other coat on. Now it's chilled.
Yeah, we've chilled it and taken it back out to the fridge, and we're just adding our next layer. So yeah, a bit all around the edges, and then you're just going to do the same thing again.
If you want a really smooth cake where you can't see any of the sponge underneath, you could add another layer of buttercream, couldn't you?
But it looks quite nice with that slight naked effect.
But yeah, I quite like it. I always like things that are a little bit imperfect. So that's pretty smooth. We're going to pop him in the fridge. We might add another coat. Yeah. And then we're going to add the drips. Tell me what's going on. How do you make your drip?
I have melted down 100 grams chocolate on a double boiler.
Amazing.
And then I'm adding in Trex, the vegetable...
Trex? What's Trex, Martha?
Vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil?
Yes.
What is this craziness you speak of?
I know, but it's really, really good to create the drips.
Is it though?
Makes it a bit runnier, but just perfect.
Perfect drip consistency.
And I find doing a proper ganache is amazing, but it's harder to achieve.
Oh, drip consistency.
The cream's quite hard to work with, so...
Sorry, how much? So 100 grams of chocolate, and how much Trex?
60 grams of
60
Trex.
grams, and then you're trying to reach a particular temperature, is that right?
I want it to get down to 30 degrees.
Okie dokie, what are we on now?
Let's have a look. 34.
Oh, so close.
So close.
Is this all gone now? All the Trex gone?
Yeah, you could take this actually.
Very bossy. I'm not used to being bossed around. I like being the bossy one.
32. 33.
Ho!
Amazing.
We have our cooled cake. We have our drip at 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Cloth.
I
Spoons.
always
Teach
sort
me.
of hold it underneath because I don't want chocolate to fall anywhere it shouldn't.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I start at the side.
Yeah.
And I just push the chocolate slowly over the edge. Like so. And I just sort of turn the table and keep going round until it's all done. I don't tend to worry if I get a bit of chocolate in the middle because I'll just fill in the middle at the end. We just don't want any chocolate on the edges where it shouldn't be.
See, I always find I go less is more with the drips because otherwise they end up dripping onto the board, don't they?
Yeah, definitely.
And always, I would say always start at the back of the cake. Whatever you've decided is the back of the cake, do your first drip on the back.
Because if it doesn't go so well...
And if it doesn't go so well,
You're fine.
At the back.
You can hide it.
Doesn't matter. It's so shiny.
So shiny. I do find that sometimes I go all the way round and the chocolate cools, so you can just sort of quickly heat it up.
Okay.
Again. Right, and then when you get all the way round, I just pour the rest in the middle.
To fill it in.
And use a palette knife just to sort of spread it round, make it nice and smooth.
Fabulous. So we're going to pipe some stars on now, aren't we?
Yes. I like
Is that right, boss?
I like some down the side as well.
What?
Bit of extra decoration.
What? No, that's outrageous. Absolutely not. Don't mean to be a traditionalist, but that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. I'm going to put my foot down.
Oh, that looks amazing.
I'm going to use up all the cream so you can't do it.
I've got more in my bag.
Ah! Do you actually have more in your bag? No, you lies. Decorate it and then... Right, we're going to put some fruit on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there we go. That is our finished product, our finished drip cake. So you can sprinkle a little bit of icing sugar over the top if you want to.
Looks nice.
Or just leave it as it is.
Or fill it with lots of chocolate goodies instead of fruit, if you're that way inclined.
I mean, that sounds great.
But Victoria Sponge, classic, stick with fruit.
Yeah, always a winner. So there we go. Thank you so much, Martha, for coming to see us and showing me how to do the Trex drip. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and like and check out Martha's Instagram. What are you on Instagram?
Stable Cottage Bakery, all lowercase.
Lovely.
And I've got a Facebook page as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye.